Hi guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Shayla, and today I decided that I would film a different type of video from what I usually film. So here we are. Also, got the natural hair going on, no makeup. So this video is gonna get real. I wanted to film a video on giving advice on how to deal with anxiety. So some of you guys might be wondering, oh, like, why am I filming this video, or what would I know on this subject? And I'll give you a quick lowdown, and if you guys want a full video about this, I can talk about it. But basically my whole life I have dealt with anxiety, and anxiety to the max, where it literally, what is the word? It debilitated me. So I thought I couldn't do certain things, or I would put off hanging out with my friends, and obviously that leads into depression as well. But I wanted to come on here. I literally look like that guy off of Jimmy Neutron. What the heck, Shayla? So I wanted to come on here and give you guys who are possibly struggling with anxiety or know someone that's struggling with anxiety some advice on how to deal with something like this. Obviously, I'm not a doctor. I don't have any like medical status, I guess you could say. So this is just something that helped me and helped how I got over certain struggles and certain things that almost stopped me from wanting to just do my everyday life or live my everyday life furthermore, because that's what it's all about. So I wrote them, also can't talk still. I wrote some things down for you guys on ways to deal with your anxiety. So I remember when I was a little kid, I had trouble breathing and it wasn't actually any trouble, like something wrong with me. It was just my anxiety. So when I would get put into situations that were possibly uncomfortable, meaning like I would go to school and I would get really anxious about that, I would have trouble breathing, and I would be like, and I'd always breathe like that all the time. And that was from like back when I was in primary school. So I was super young, and that's when like it all started. And so basically I've been dealing with that for the past 15 years or however long it was. It's been a while. My mom and dad always telling me to just breathe. When you're in a stressful situation or something that you might think is stressful, but really it's just your mind playing games with you, just breathe. Realize that when you take a moment and you just stop and think and you say, okay, I'm okay, I can breathe. And I realized that I didn't have to live my life like this anymore. I didn't have to feel debilitated every day of my life. So step number one is to breathe. Always, always, always. I cannot tell you enough, just breathe. So my second piece of advice would be to find something that takes your mind off of your mind. And honestly, that's the best way to word it, because dealing with anxiety, all you're thinking about is what's going on in your mind, and you sort of like block everything else out. You have to have something that will distract you from that constant thinking, because one of the things with anxiety is that, for me at least, you spend so much time thinking that you never actually do. My third piece of advice to you guys is, I wrote it down just so I don't get distracted. So when you can find a situation and you can find a certain item that you see in the room and you focus on that, it will bring yourself back to like a spot where, okay, you can actually start to think again. By the way, that was my foot. I did not fart or shit my pants. No, but seriously. So basically, like I've said before, first three pieces of advice: breathe, always breathe. Find something that takes your mind off of your mind. Focus on something in a room that you're in, that you're stressful or that you're stressed out about, and focus on that and realize that you are okay and you will be okay. Okay, so this was something that sort of got me going and got me through a really rough time in my life when I was dealing with anxiety, and I brought them to show you guys. I brought them, they're in my house. I brought them upstairs to show you guys, and something that really truly helped me was self-help book. I am not the person who likes to read. I swear, a book addiction, but I don't like to read. But when I tell you these books right here helped, and like, if you have anxiety or you have depression and you are someone that wants to actually read about it, because the moment you start to understand what is happening in your head and you start to understand that at the end of the day you're in control, it can change the way you think of everything. And this book right here, it's called First We Make the Beast Beautiful by Sarah Wilson. She talks about her struggles with anxiety and depression, and she talks about what it actually does to your mind and ways that you can cope with it. And of course it's not easy, and of course it is something that you can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna get rid of this tomorrow and it's done. You have to work at it, and you have to sort of train your mind, train your thoughts, and this book helps you do that. Second book right here, Hope and Help for Your Nerves. I think it's like a couple bucks on Amazon. It just talks about the type of situation that you might face. Oh my god, I just threw that on the ground. But it's short, it's easy, it's an easy read. Like I said, it's very old, so some of like the terms and the way they talk about certain things are a bit in the past, but it's easy, simple, something that will help you understand again what you are dealing with. And this book I'm still reading. So it is Strength Meditations for Wisdom, Balance, and Power. And I feel like when I read books like this that sort of give you like that inspiration to want to continue on with your day and continue on with your life, and realize that, you know, there's so much to this world and you don't want to let your mind take control of that. If you like reading, or even if you don't like reading and you want to understand what's going on in your head, read some of these books, because it might sound silly, but I'm telling you, when you read something that relates to what you're going through, it will help. Many of you may know this, many of you may not, but several years ago my dad was diagnosed with PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, and that happens and it obviously affects your entire mental health. So I'm just gonna read this exact, like what it stands for so you guys understand. PTSD is a mental health condition that's triggered by terrifying events, either experiencing it or witnessing it. So being in the RCMP for over 26 years, 27 years, that takes a toll on you. And it takes a toll not only on you, but on your mental health. Basically, moral of the story is my dad had found out about Courageous Companions, and that is just at the time when we got Nova, our German Shepherd. He started to train with Nova to become a service dog through Courageous Companions, and Nova became a service dog to my dad. That's when I realized that animals can help. Animals can change your life. They are such an incredible blessing to this earth. My baby girl over there, she's over here. I'll show you guys in a second. But she is my inspiration, and I know it might sound silly to people who don't understand a connection that a person can have. But if you have a dog, you understand this. I know you get it. She lifted my soul up and she pushed me to do so much. My little Scotia bear, or as I call them on Instagram. Also, yes, just to clear this up, I have a dog named Nova, and a dog named Scotia. Yes, because I'm from Nova Scotia, so we have our guy dog named Novi and our girl dog named Scotia, and they are just my world, my absolute life. But animals can help you, and there's so many things talking about it, and they just lift your soul. They lift your soul. They are just someone who will always be there for you and give you unconditional love no matter what. And when you're dealing with mental illness, having something there that you can always keep your mind going, and you have to care for them, and it puts your mind in a situation where you're not only thinking about what's happening with you, you have to care for something and someone else. And once again, I'm just speaking from what helped me. This might not help everyone. This is just me giving advice, speaking out loud. The last piece of advice that really truly ties your journey together. You need to surround yourself with people who love you and people who understand you and will do anything for you unconditionally. Surround yourself with your family, your loved ones. I'm so blessed to have a family who unconditionally loves me and takes all of my craziness into one package and just accepts me for who I am. Because without them, and without them being so caring and understanding, I would not be here today, and I'm just so grateful. So moral of the story is, if you are dealing with anxiety, if you are dealing with depression, it will be okay, and you can do this, and you can do anything you want. You just need to make that first step of how to help yourself. Now, whether that be through medication, and of course that is a topic where some people will say, oh, medication, blah, blah, blah. But like my dad said, and I remember this like it was yesterday, when I had started taking medication for my anxiety and depression, my dad said to me, would a person with diabetes question if they should take their insulin or not? And that really stuck with me, because it's true. It's like, taking medication does not make you a bad person. It doesn't make you weak. It doesn't make you anything that like these negative comments sort of try to circulate around. It's okay. Anything that will help you, if it's gonna make you live your life and feel like you have the purpose to live again, that is okay. So working out, medication, whether it be reading, spending time with your loved ones, your family and friends, all of these are ways to cope with your anxiety. And I just want you guys to know that I am not perfect, and I love to talk about real life stuff. That's why I wanted to make this video. And I just want you guys to know that I'm here for you. I don't care if I've never spoke to you before, or if I've spoke to you once, or anything. I am here. If you guys want to talk, or you need someone to get advice from, might not be the best advice, but I'm here. And that's what you need to know when you're dealing with a situation like this, that someone is there for you to talk about it and to understand it. So honestly, I have no idea if this video will make any sense, or if I just got off topic with a lot of stuff, but there were a few main points there and advice that might help you when dealing with situations like this with anxiety. And at the end of the day, that's all I hope it does, is it helps you in some sort of way. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will link my Instagram right here, just in case you guys want to follow up with my everyday life. And once again, Instagram is another thing. You might see all these photos of people's highlighted lives, me included, and think they're so perfect, but nobody's perfect. Perfection is nearly impossible. So anyways guys, thank you so much for watching. Like this video. If you guys want me to talk about more situations like this, real life shit, let me know, because I will. Anyways, thanks for watching guys. Bye. Here is my little chicken that I was talking about, Scotia Bear. Hey boy.